LB's got a fresh look.
I know, I was thinking that.
Yeah, the ponytail had to go. It was just getting a bit too, a bit too frizzy, a bit too crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, I mean, Ocean knows a lot of upkeep when when it gets a bit longer. So yeah, I had to get rid of it. But
Would you ever just
yeah.
shave it fully?
I was tempted to do that this time. I was like, because it was such a mess. Because I've been doing it myself for ages, just cutting the sides and
Yeah.
like the line around that, like the edges, like crazy. So I was just like, I might just buzz cut it and start again.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, do it like this to begin with, and then if it looks shit, then I'll buzz cut it. So
Right.
just had this done for now. Yeah.
That looks cool though. Looks a
Thanks,
bit more
man.
manageable.
It looks like
Yeah.
LB when I first met you back in the day.
Yeah, 2022
Yeah.
or whatever it was. Yeah.
This is the how to sell beats LB.
DM
Yeah.
guide. DM
The
guide.
DM guides, yeah. Literally.
Yeah. The last one was quirky artist LB, and now we've got the DM guide.
Yeah. Going back in time now, back to my old ways. See the videos start to change as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've gone back to that. Yeah, just been on with a couple of little like new bits, you know, like the mentorship thing. Been doing calls for that this week.
Mhm.
And then just normal stuff after that. Editing, filming, normal shit.
Usual.
Yep.
How's the mentorship going?
Yeah, good. I haven't like taken anyone on yet. I'm gonna start in January.
Right.
But I had like 4 calls yesterday, and then
Hmm.
they all went well. Like one guy dipped out like right at the beginning. His internet went down, but the other 3 were really interested. 2 guys are up for it, so we've booked like another call in December to like lock them in for January.
Yeah.
And then yeah, one guy just said like he wants to do it, but it's not likely he's going to be able to like afford doing it. So I was like, yeah, that's understandable.
Right.
So yeah, it's going all right, man. Got some more calls tomorrow. See how they go. I'm trying to get 5 people for January,
Yeah.
but then it's for like 3 months. So yeah,
Got ya.
Nice, man. So
Nice, man.
how often are you gonna do it?
just once a week, one call a week, 1-to-1 with each guy,
Mhm.
and then yeah, just kind of set them a task to kind of complete by the next session, and then we'll go into it, just see where the improvements were, where they still need to improve, and basically just do it that way. And then like before we start, we'll do like an assessment call, just like go through all their catalog, see what their current like levels like, and then make
Yeah.
a plan like moving forward. But yeah, it's kind of pretty straightforward. It's what the guys over at Dark Label did with a lot of producers, and they said like it's just setting them like tasks to do, like remix a song or remake this song, remake this certain beat or like this type of sample. Just doing it that way, it just made them like improve like way quicker than just putting in reps. Like just making random beats over time.
Hmm.
Just kind of what I regret doing for like 5 years. Just making beats for like 5 years straight, and then like slowly making improvements. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I hear that.
What
Yeah.
about you, Jay?
So-
What you been up to?
Yeah, just usual week as well, to be honest. I've been working on the free course. I finished recording that. Before, when I've done courses, I've like recorded the odd video here and there, and it's just taken forever to actually finalize. So this time I've just been like, all right, let me dedicate a few days to just filming, and then I've just got everything done in those few days. It's a free course, so it didn't have to be like too crazy, but there's still quite a bit in there. It's literally
Yeah.
going from like, okay, what version of FL Studio do I need, to how to install it, like what settings to use, how to make your first beat. Just like a complete beginner's guide. So if you're trying to get into production, you're looking to use FL Studio, then this will just kind of have you covered. And then there's some like bonus videos in there as well. So now it just needs to be edited. That's the long part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, just working on the course and been making it a daily habit as well to practice piano. So one thing I've always said is I want to improve my melodies. I feel like melodies are always harder to improve than drums. Like drums, it's easy to throw in some drums, isn't it? But I constantly want to improve my melodies. So yeah, I'm practicing piano for 30 minutes every day again. And I've been pretty consistent over the past few weeks. So rather than like sitting down with my coffee and just scrolling through YouTube for 30 minutes, I'm just practicing some piano now. I'm kind of liking
Yeah.
it because once you've like played piano for like 30 minutes and then you just jump into making a beat, you're kind of in that melody making mindset then. So maybe I'll learn like a chord progression, a new one every few days, and then I'll use that chord progression to make a beat. It's a good way to just learn a lot of chords, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And how do you pick your chords that you're gonna do? You just look online and be like, all right, today I'm gonna do this chord progression.
Yeah, so I've been using a mix of, sometimes I'll learn a song. Like I was wanting to make some early 2000s beats recently, so I was just learning some old like Scott Storch beats. You know,
Oh, yeah.
especially after he went on Joe Rogan, I was like, yeah, let me go back and listen to his old stuff. So I was learning some of those songs, and then just chat GPT. Because one thing I found before was it would take me forever to like find a video to actually, you know, to learn the chords, and I spend ages like going through all these different videos. But now I'll just go into chat GPT and I'll be like, I'm trying to learn some early 2000s vibes influenced by Scott Storch. Can you recommend some chord progressions? And then it'll just spit some out.
That's such a
It's a
good
cheat
cheat
code.
code. I did not think of that, but that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's so easier. You don't have to do any thinking. You don't have to search for
Yeah.
videos. It's just right. It'll just give it you. Sometimes it's not accurate. Like I was trying to learn, you know, the Busta Rhymes and Mariah Carey song. I think it's Mariah Carey.
Oh yeah.
If you can give it to me.
Give it to me.
Yeah. Like I was learning that, and when I asked Chat GPT to give me the chord progression, it was wrong. But it don't really matter, because even if it gives you something wrong, you can still learn a new chord progression. So if I'm trying to learn a specific song, then sometimes I'll try and find a video on YouTube where someone's dedicated the video to that. But if it's just like you're just trying to learn some new stuff, yeah, you could just ask it, give me some dark vibes, and it'll give you some like different ways to play it. So I found that real helpful, to be honest. Saves the thinking and just searching through YouTube trying to find the right video.
Yeah, definitely. I need to do that. I'm gonna do that after.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's a good gem right there.
Yeah. I haven't picked up the guitar in a long time, but piano, it's just, I feel like once you know piano, you can just play anything at that point, can't you? On a VST anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Is that the goal? Do you want to get really, really good at piano?
I mean, I'd like to be really good, but it's not really the goal. It's more just to learn new chord progressions, and yeah, just a different way of making a melody. I just found myself repeating the same stuff a lot, making similar progressions. So this is just a way to kind of refresh everything and just have a new approach, really. Because when you play something like hands-on, it is just a different feeling, isn't it? We're talking about that with Jack, like playing with synths. It's just a bit of a different vibe compared to clicking things in. So yeah, just to broaden my knowledge, really, I guess. Are you guys still practicing anything?
No, I don't.
no.
I practice beat making,
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
But to be
I
fair,
suppose with your style now, Ocean, you don't really need like live guitars and everything, do you?
guitars not so much, but playing and stuff definitely helps, because I got into like a rhythm of just constantly penciling stuff in.
Yeah.
And it's good because you get quick with your door and everything. But I noticed like sometimes it doesn't have feeling. Like it just feels a bit robotic. And then yesterday I just got this keyboard, the Arturia.
Oh, you got the new
They
sim?
sent it out. They sent out the Astrolab.
Astrolab, what's that?
Their stage
Astrolab.
piano. It's like a MIDI keyboard almost.
Astrolab stage piano.
Yeah. But I connected it up, started playing in something, and I made a melody in like 5 minutes, which got me thinking like, damn, maybe I should start playing in things a lot more. Because sometimes I'll sit there. Yesterday as well, I clicked in, I swear down, for about 3 hours, a melody, constantly changing it, just like, no, it's not right.
Really?
The chord's not right, it's not right. So, yeah.
There's benefits to both, isn't there? Because we've always said it's nice to be able to go into a coffee shop and just cook up just using your laptop. And sometimes you want to strip everything back and just use that. But then other times you just want a bit of a different vibe and to be more hands-on with it. So
yeah, I think you should just be all-rounded. Just can do both. And when you don't feel, let's say, inspired to click in, then you can just play and switch it up, or vice versa.
Yeah, definitely. When I was in a session recently with Benz, I don't know if you saw the video I put up on Tuesday. I had a session with Benz, and his melodies are always just sick, man. Like, he's worked on some of my bundles before and just got really nice loops. We've made quite a few beats together, and he pretty much records everything in. Like he can't like play piano like perfectly, but yeah, he was like adamant that we needed a keyboard to make something sick that day. So that could be some sort of limitation. You know, if you don't have a keyboard, it might take a little bit longer. But yeah, when I was watching him like make this melody, he just made something sick from scratch, and pretty fast as well. Recording everything in, it just looks so. I don't know. It just looks so nice and fluid, doesn't it? Like it's just, it just looks sick. So I was like, man, I really need to start practicing piano again. I've had this like Yamaha thing sitting there for ages, collecting dust. So it's time to clean it up, get it going again. Yeah. What's the thing with the Arturia keyboard? I haven't seen those before.
Yeah,
is it
me
for
neither.
practicing or is it MIDI?
It's MIDI, but it also comes with sounds within it already. I haven't messed around with that feature, but I'm pretty sure it's got analog labs like built in, so you can just play it.
Oh, no way.
That's sick.
I'm pretty sure it's the same presets.
It looks quite nice.
Keys like?
Yeah, they're good. It feels like a MIDI keyboard, but just way stronger.
Are the keys weighted, or are they just like MIDI?
They're what's the word? Velocity pressured. So if you press too hard, well, maybe every MIDI's like that though. I can't remember, but it's not weighted.
Oh, okay, it says semi-weighted, so it might be a little bit more than some.
Yeah.
But yeah, built-in sounds, different sound engines. So it's like, I guess it's kind of like a synth then, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you can...
A little bit.
It's also got little effects and stuff you can adjust. Not fully, though. It's not like you can do the ADSR and all that kind of stuff. Make it sound from scratch.
Yeah, it looks quite premium.
Yeah, it looks nice, man. I was thinking,
it's got it's got the dials from Analog Lab. You know, like when you just pull up a preset, it's got like the brightness, timbre, time, movement. So like, I guess that'd be quite cool. It'd be good to have them, because I don't know about you, but I never touch the dials in many VSTs. I just use presets. You don't really go into them, do you? You just kind of find a preset that works. So it'd be good to have
maybe
them.
Maybe just the attack sometimes or something like that, attack and release. But never go too crazy unless you're sound designing.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be something.
It'd be nice if it had weighted keys though. I feel like a lot of MIDI keyboards are missing those weighted keys. It makes such a difference.
Yeah, I don't think there's many that do have weighted keys, right? Maybe only the really big 88 key keyboards.
Yeah, not that I can think of. I've got this.
You could probably use the Yamaha as a MIDI, right?
Yeah,
probably.
It's just a bit big, so it don't really fit on my desk. But yeah, that Yamaha was like less than £300, I think, so it's quite cheap. But the keys feel quite nice. They're quite weighted, so it just feels a lot nicer than a MIDI keyboard. But yeah, it's just a bit too big to be sitting on the desk, so I just use that for practicing. And then I've got Keylab 61 in front of me, the Arturia one, just for MIDI.
I got so much MIDI keyboards now, man.
Oh, same, man.
Same.
I've got this one. I've got the Native Instruments one, and then I've got the
Innovation
one.
FL
the Innovation one.
I got two of them.
Sometimes I switch them around.
Set me the smaller one, and then they set me the bigger one, and then
the
Arturia one. Yeah.
I can't lie. The Innovation one's sick for FL Studio because everything's just connected perfectly. You plug it in, all the control buttons work. Everything's just mapped. I find with my Arturia one, the control buttons aren't really working. Like if I hit stop, it does something else. And, I had it mapped out at one point. There was like quite a few settings I had to change, and then when I reset my computer, I forgot what I did. So nothing's mapped at the moment. I need to sort that. Did you guys find that?
Yeah, same with most really. The only one that wasn't like that was the FL key one, because it's built for FL, isn't it? But every other one, it's a bit. I just literally use it to record keys. Don't really do anything else with it. Or maybe pitch mod it and that kind of stuff. But nothing else.
Never use like the faders for mixing or anything like that. But it's good to have at least like the transport buttons working, like the record and stop and everything.
Yeah, for sure. I guess like do the DJs use MIDI keyboards sometimes?
A lot of the producers just cook up on their laptop because they're always on the move.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I like having both though. Gotta be honest with you.
I feel like for like live sets though, I feel like I've seen. I think it was TD. I think I saw him using a MIDI keyboard in one of his sets.
If you if you decide to do a live performance, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will bring simps and that kind of stuff. But then your DJ set becomes more like a performance for sure,
Yeah.
rather than just playing.
Yeah.
Or you'll see like Fred again on the drum pads. He goes
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Interesting.
Are you
What?
you got the synth material as well, didn't you? The new Polybrute.
Yeah, I got the new one, the Polybrute 12.
What's that like?
I haven't opened it yet. Still waiting for Arturo gonna send as well. What do you call it? Audio interface. So I'm waiting for that to come.
Oh,
so I can
sick.
connect
Nice.
everything. So I'm gonna be all Arturo'd out.
Yeah, you are, man. Are you doing a video for them or something?
Yeah, I'll do a video for the synth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I did with mine as well. We'll get it connected at some point. You know what? I bit the bullet and I bought a new interface myself, man.
Oh, which
I
one?
think it's
Oh, yeah?
coming today too. I went with that Neumann one
Oh, nice.
just because I like the look of
Yeah.
it. I can't lie. I was doing some research and it is supposed to have like one of the best like converters, so you may like just hear the best sort of sound from it. I've heard that the interface, it's not like the best user experience, but I think once I've set it up and I've routed everything correctly, it should be all right. I just wanted to go for quality this time. Although I do really like the simplicity of a Focusrite. Whatever you're using, you can just plug a Focusrite in and it's just working. Like, you don't really get issues with Focusrites, do you? But then when you use, like, whenever I've tried to use, like, a UAD or anything else, there's just extra steps and extra routing you have to do. But yeah, I'll figure it out when it comes.
Are you gonna get new speakers?
I don't think so, because these I got at the beginning of this year, I think. These are the Adam Audio A8H. So these are I had the T8Vs before, and then they sent these ones at the beginning of the year, and these ones are really nice. So I can't see myself needing to upgrade.
What do you use, LB?
The TAVs. Yeah, they sent them around the same time. I think you got yours, Jay. So yeah, I've just been using them ever since. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
What are you using, Ocean?
Like
Are you still using the A7X or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sent that 5 years ago, so I've had that since then.
You tried to
Check
upgrade
out
at some point?
I think it's A8H.
I would like to, but it's not 100% necessary. It's just something that would be nice, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I haven't actually set this up yet, but the A8H, the ones I'm using, they have that Sound ID reference by Sonarworks built in. I don't know if you've used that before, but it's where it kind of, you take like a reading of your room and it will sort of like adjust the EQ curve to compensate for your room. So it will give you more of a, I guess more of a flat sound. You never get a truly flat sound, but I don't know how it works, but yeah. You have to like record like different things in your room, and then it sort of matches the room's environment, so you get a more accurate sound rather than like frequency build-ups in certain areas and everything. But before, like, it was always on a separate device, but these have them built in. I just haven't set it up yet. It's only been like a year.
I've got it, but I've never set it up.
Yeah.
Because I always said that I wanted to get like my sound panels and everything. But I don't think I'm going to do it in this room because I can't really drill or anything like that.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, maybe in the next place, or if I get standing one, something like that. But I haven't done that yet.
I don't know about you guys. Do you ever, at the minute, I find myself not really using my speakers that much to cook up. And when I'm cooking up, I'm either in a coffee shop or, I'll just like maybe start on the speakers and then I don't know, just switch to head. I always just feel like I'm using headphones at the minute.
Yeah, I'm using headphones mainly because my room is too echoey.
Yeah.
And it just sounds really weird.
Yeah, I hear you. I think that's the same with me as well. Even though I've got like some panels in here, I've noticed like it sounds way different on my monitors. So I'll be cooking up on my monitors and I think everything sounds good. And then as soon as I put my headphones on, I hear that like my kick's just clashing with the bass like way too much. Or I just hear things that I don't normally hear with monitors. I think if you're using monitors, I don't know, because you can kind of, I was going to say you need like a perfectly treated room, but you do get used to the sound as well, and you kind of know how it translates after a while, don't you? So you can cook up on them. But yeah, I just hear way more information with headphones, so I can never just like make a full beat on monitors and export it and upload it. I always have to check with headphones.
Yeah, I think it really depends on your room. Because when I was in my studio, the Central London one, it was really echoey in there, but I could
You
still
sort of
make
knew the sound.
yeah, I knew the sound. But here I feel like it's just way too echoey, like even more, like
Yeah,
maybe doubled. So
really.
that's why, yeah. But when you do have that treated room or just loads of sound panels like the one in Cockfosters,
Yeah,
then everything just sounds proper. You can really hear the difference and make sure everything's good.
yeah. That would be nice actually. I can't lie. I think I was
Yeah.
just trying to find a balance in this room between like office environment and studio.
Hmm.
I didn't go like all out with studio and just panel everything, but
Would
yeah,
you?
maybe not in this room. So I do quite like the vibe in here at the moment. I could maybe get a few more, maybe in like the corners or something. But you know, like behind me where there's shelves and stuff, all those like areas where there's those gaps, that's where you get like build-ups of frequencies and reflections and everything. So I don't think it can ever truly be treated properly. And then I've got that like big empty fire space gap behind me as well. So I'd have to do like a lot of treatment to get it sounding right. So I don't know if it's worth it because it's
Mm.
in my house.
Would you guys ever get another studio outside of home again? Like, would you do that, Jay? Like, rent somewhere, just set up like a proper studio that you can invite, like run sessions from, or you kind of comfortable at home at the minute?
I've thought about it before. Like I thought about it before we got this house, but then just kind of weighing up the pros and cons. Like I just thought I'm not really trying to run sessions like that. It would be good to have every now and again if I do want to have sessions, but my days aren't filled up with sessions and everything, so it makes sense to just be at home. I kind of like being in the comfort of my own house and not having to commute. It's mad busy when you leave my house as well, so if if I got like a studio near town or something, it'd be like a good like 30-45 minute drive every morning, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it just takes more chunks out your day, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So I kind of like being able to just go gym, come back, eat, and then I'm just here then. But I don't know. Maybe one day, who knows, man?
If
Things
it was
might
like
change in the future.
if it was like a walk away, like similar to Jack, if it was like 10 minute walk, would you do that, or like still not too fussed?
Maybe it'd be nice to have. It just depends if
Yeah,
it's worth paying the extra to have that space,
yeah,
because I don't know
yeah,
like
definitely.
how much I'd use it for like sessions and stuff. But I think it would be nicer to just have that environment where you can work in. Just treat it like a proper studio, soundproof everything. Just have like a sick working environment, and then when you come home, you're just done with the day then. Because there's a lot
Yeah,
of distractions working at home. Like
Mm.
people knocking on the door, and then dogs barking, and then other shit's going on. It's like you can get taken out of your flow state quite easily, and then it's hard to get back in. But I feel like if you had just a nice room where you can just, or a separate place where you can just go to cook up, you wouldn't have any distractions there, would you? You'd just be in the zone, and then you can come out and get back to your life.
yeah,
Would you?
definitely.
Are you thinking about it?
I'd like to. Yeah, I keep seeing I keep checking like commercial places in Laugh to rent,
Oh yeah,
and there's this one in town. It's like 5-10 minute walk, and it does look sick. I've been looking at it for a few months, but at the minute it's literally pointless. Like there's no one. I
yeah.
mean, if I can get people like regularly coming down for sessions, then yeah. But same as you, like it's just not worth it at the minute. It'd be nice to have, but just isn't worth it at the minute. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this for the time being.
Would you want to run sessions and bring artists down, or would it just be to have
Not
your own space?
Yeah, mainly to have my own space, and then I'd also like if I'm doing like one-to-one stuff with like artists, like like through the dark label stuff. If they're in
Yeah,
the UK, then that can be like an incentive. I can kind of have that. I'd be like, oh yeah, I've got a studio space. We can, you can come down, record.
yeah. Just make it more personal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it'd be nice to do something like that, and I guess it'd be good for collabs as well. Like if there's people in the UK, I don't have to travel. I wouldn't have to travel as much. I bet that was quite cushy for you,
Yeah.
Ocean. When you had Piccadilly, the first place. Well, I guess the second place as well. But when you had like collabs every week, I bet it was nice to not have to like be running around to like different sessions and different studios. Just kind of have everyone come to you.
Yeah, because literally it's so spread out. Some
Mm,
people are based west, and when it's west, it's like deep west, and when it's east, it's so far. They're never really that close.
yeah,
But at least being in London, you've got everyone there. So it's easy to be like, oh yeah, come pull up. Like when you say that in Manny, it's like,
True.
I'm in London, bro. I don't drive. It's long.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But in
Where was that?
Louth,
Sorry?
I was just going to say, in Louth and in Manchester, you could probably find a lot of these buildings for not that much, right?
It's
Kind of
cheap,
do what
yeah.
you want with them.
The place I saw is like 500 a month, and it's like one big room, and then it's 2 rooms about the same size. One of them's like slightly bigger, and then there's also like a kitchen area and everything as well. It's like you get like loads of space for like next to nothing really.
I thought
2
about doing
rooms.
one as an investment. I haven't looked into it yet to see if it would be worth it. But you know, if you found a spot that you could potentially buy and rent out some of the rooms, and then maybe just keep one room for yourself. I don't know, like
then
I
it would
haven't
just
looked
pay
into
for
it at
itself.
all. Yeah, you'd hope so. I just haven't like worked it out, but I've thought about that. When I've gone to like, obviously this is on a bigger scale, but when you go to like Cube in London, even like Pirate Studios just running themselves, I always thought would having like a few rooms be worth it. You could maybe have like one as a podcast room, a couple studios if you found the right space.
Yeah. Have you seen the size of Joe Rogan's studio? I was like curious because whenever I listen to his podcast, I'm like, is it just one room or is it like a whole
Got a whole
warehouse?
gym, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking
I haven't seen
huge.
the whole studio, but I've seen his gym and obviously the podcast room. Is it massive?
Yeah. It's just like a whole compound almost. It's like he just walked around the inside and he was filming in. It's got this huge lobby. And then there's just all these empty rooms that aren't really doing anything. And then, there's just like a little studio room where the podcast is filmed. It's like,
Yeah.
man, all that space. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's sick.
I bet
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like, if on the outside, it's like super high security. Because I guess it's like one of the biggest things is that really high powered like political figures on there. And I wonder what it's like on the outside if it's got like, I don't know, like
some sort
Secret
of
Service.
security.
Business there.
Yeah.
It's probably sort of low key.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think
Got
in
the pros.
Texas as well, there's just so much space there, isn't there? It's not like densely populated like the UK. They've just got
Yeah.
so much space. You can get way more for your money there. With houses, anything really.
Yeah.
I saw this YouTuber. His name's Christian Guzman. He used to do fitness, but now he's more of an entrepreneur with his own clothing line. And he bought like acres and acres of land, and he called it Alpha Land. And it's just like a couple of basketball courts, couple of gyms, loads and loads of offices, all in Texas. And it's just like the ultimate headquarters that you
Sick.
could ever have.
That's sick. Yeah, that's bougie. That's bougie.
You couldn't do
It would
that
be
here,
cool.
could you?
Yeah, it would be cool to do it in London or something, but realistically, like, I don't know
You need
if it'll make
stupid money for London to have all that.
economical sense.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like
'Cause
even
if you did,
Go on, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, even if you did rent out all those rooms, I mean, I'm sure it can be done. I've seen it. There's lots of studios in Hackney Wick, which are just like independently managed. But yeah, I don't know. It's not like Alpha Land where you could just have a building. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
For the sake of it.
yeah, it'd be good to have that space. I feel like even in like, anywhere in the UK, it's just tax and all the paperwork and all the stuff that you have to do that comes with it. It's just all the overheads are just crazy.
But there must be demand though, because there's not. I'm sure there must not be enough creative spaces.
I think there's
Yeah.
a lot more like opening up, but yeah, you'd think not in comparison to how many people need a space. But with creatives, it's like, I guess it depends how you do it, but not everyone can afford to have their own studio, like in a separate building to rent.
Where the mind is.
But maybe if you had rooms where you just ran sessions, not like you had to be in the sessions, but you know, if you did it like Pirate, where he just gave them access and anyone could book it. I don't know what would be the better way to do it, like do it per hour or just have people who are based there and just
Yeah.
rent out like 2 rooms to 2 people. I feel like that would be easier and a bit less risky. Because if you're just relying on random people booking it all the time, you constantly got to make sure that people are booking out those rooms to be worth it. But if you just had like 3 spare rooms, for example, and you just found 3 people to rent them long term, you wouldn't really have to worry too much. just don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
if it's worth it, if it's worth the hassle.
Yeah, I guess it depends. I've seen it done quite well. I remember I went to a studio that's on a boat, like on a ship, like an abandoned
Oh,
ship,
I
Oh
remember that
yeah, I
one.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
and you can rent it. It is very pricey because of what it is, but
Hmm.
their clientele is more like labels. Labels will rent the
Right.
studio time, and they have like almost unlimited budgets to just go and send
Yeah.
their artists there, or to like those big, even like a Metropolis or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's a nice, massive studio, but then their clients are quite high end.
Yeah.
So maybe you
Mm.
could
So
do
that would
something more
be,
high end.
yeah. I don't know how much it cost to build Metropolis, but
A
talking
lot.
millions there.
a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot.
Probably paid for
There's a
itself now though.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's a studio quite near here actually. It's like a 15-minute drive out in the sticks. I think it's called Chapel Studios, and I kept hearing about it in like from like a few people in town because the Beatles used to record there, and there's like a few old like really big bands that used to record there, and I was playing tennis like a few weeks like in the summer, and there was a woman there, and she was like, "Oh, what do you do then?" I was like, "Oh, I'm a producer," and she went, "Oh, I've got a studio in on the outskirts. If you know, like if you ever wanted to come down." I was like, "Yeah, what's it
No
called?" She's
way.
like, Chapel Studios. I was like, "Wait, that's not the place where the Beatles recorded." She went, "Yeah, it was. Yeah, back in the day." And then she went, "Yeah, he's just refurbed it. Like it's not hers, it's her husband's." But yeah, she's like, "Yeah, he's just refurbed it, trying to sell it." I was like, "Oh, how much is it?" And she went, "It's quite a lot." And I checked, it was like 2 million. I was like, "Fuck!" Because you buy it and you got you own
Yeah.
everything inside it, like all the mixing desks, all the consoles. So yeah, but
You
it
could
looks
spend like
bougie.
hundreds of thousands doing those rooms up, to get everything perfectly acoustically treated and to have
Yeah.
like all the equipment, all the analog gear.
Yeah, it's insane, man. It's like so much money goes into just one room. It's just to get
Yeah.
it sounding right, and then plus all the equipment, plus everything else.
I went to the Splice studio at Tile Yard in London. You would
How
have
was
been
that?
Tile Yard Ocean. Tile
Yeah.
Yard's like
I've
where
been to
Spitfire are.
Spitfire.
Yeah. I saw that building, but I haven't actually been in. But I went into the Splice one, and that's where I filmed my mixing course with the engineer there.
Hmm.
The room there was so nice. It's not a massive room, but they've got a few different rooms like in the building, and everything's just routed nicely. But the main room, like where he does his mixing, there's just so much like analog gear, and everything just sounds perfect. Like I can't remember what brand the monitors were, but it's like a few different monitors you can switch from, just like piles of analog equipment, but everything's neat. Everything looks neat. I don't know what the wires look like behind. I bet it's crazy, but yeah, he told me how much they spent on it. I can't remember how much it was, but it was a lot, like fucking loads just for that one room.
Yeah,
Damn.
man.
But it's
Yeah,
splicing
it's
it, man.
crazy.
I
the
feel
budget.
like
Hmm.
that as a music producer, it's always at the back of our heads. Like one day we'll just have that space,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
creative space, which is just perfect.
And when we're in there, we'll still find something to complain about. We'll be like,
Yeah.
I kind of miss just cooking up on a laptop, I'm sick of
We'll
having
still
all
go to
this.
Starbucks around the corner.
Still go Starbucks, yeah.
Yeah. We're never happy, man.
But you know what it is like. Yeah, you should definitely have a perfect studio. It'd be nice and everything. But you also still want to keep the skill of just being able to make whatever anywhere.
Yeah,
You don't want
Wherever,
to
yeah.
get creatively reliable and just having the bougie stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
I think you just acquire
Yeah.
stuff over the years, don't you? Like everyone starts with a laptop, and because we're nerds, we like equipment, we like gear, we like buying shit. So then over the years, we just like improve things, and then maybe one day you get a studio, and then you won't start off with like every single piece of equipment, will you? But I bet most people like buy one piece of hardware. I bet in fact as soon as you start getting into like the hardware game, we start, buying like actual analog compressors and a lot of synths, then it's like you probably get addicted at that point, and you just want to buy like way
Yeah.
more.
You could definitely go
Yeah.
down
You
the rabbit hole.
experienced it with synths, didn't you? Like I bet after you bought your first synth, you're like, right, which
Yeah, I
one's
bought
next?
everything, man. I bought so much stuff. Pedals, synths,
Yeah.
things for the synths. I accumulated too much and then one by one sold off many, many things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you just weren't using them, or was it just stressful, like having so much shit in the studio?
Yeah, some things weren't a part of my workflow,
Right.
and there was a lot of stuff that I wasn't using, so it wasn't really worth it. I'd rather just get rid of it, let someone else enjoy it, and we get the money back for it. Just keep the stuff that I like, because also you want to really take time to learn what you got.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if
it
you've
makes
got
sense.
so much stuff, then everything, you might just be surface level and everything. Like, it takes a little bit of time.
Would you pick environment over a nice setup like that? Like, let's say, for example, you could have a studio that has all the equipment you need, all the analog gear, it's perfectly treated and everything, but like there's no windows, you're not really seeing much. Or you could have a spot where just the view's perfect, where you're looking out, the windows are massive, you're just looking out into some forest or something. You know, when you see those studios where people just have like a cabin in the woods and they just got like a perfect scene looking out.
Yeah, I do like
would...
that vibe. But then when I'm in that environment, I don't always want to sit down at my laptop.
Yeah,
you know what
true.
I mean? Like, even though it's such a nice view and everything,
That's not like a work hard environment. That's like a, you know what, let me just have a coffee.
Let me just mess around kind of vibe. Let me see if I can come up with something kind of vibe.
I hear that.
Yeah, it's tricky, and it's like on the one hand, like you want, like you see these videos of producers in like these crazy locations cooking up, but then when you actually get there, you're like, yeah, I'm not cooking up here. Maybe they even did the same thing. Maybe they just like got a quick video and then put the laptop away. Just got it for the content.
But then just being in a room, like, luckily I've got a window here, but you know when you go to some studios and there's just no window, and you could spend a whole day without seeing sunlight.
It's definitely
you
not
had that, didn't you?
nicest.
Like, we're just stuck in a.
But I tell you what, though, you do lock in, but it becomes weird because you go in, it's daytime, then you come out, and then it's dark, but also the weather's changed and it's now way colder. It's like, whoa, where have I been?
Where have I just been?
Yeah, that was strange. Yeah, I remember like days when we had people in, or like we had a session and nothing the next day, and then sessions the day after, and then that in between day we'd just kind of cook up, try and stock up on beats. And yeah, it is good for locking in. Like we did get like a lot of stuff done,
and everything sounds good too.
Yeah, like it sounds sick, and it's a good process. But
it's not motivating to be there every day. You know what I mean? After about day 5, you're like, okay, let's have a break.
Yeah, you get like cabin fever.
Want your weekends.
Yeah, like you get to like day 3, and we've kind of just been in that one room for like 3 days straight, and then. Like,
it's like you want to see some sunshine after that, don't you?
Literally, yeah. Just change the colour of the LEDs or something to simulate daytime. Yeah. But no, that's good though. Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking, man, I need a charging dock. I don't know if you guys have thought about that before.
Yeah.
Do you use it
wireless?
wireless?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, shit. Oh, both of you. Wow.
That's the whole point of them, man. The wireless headphones.
No, for real.
Yeah, they should have them, because I know what you mean. Like when these run flat, I just use my other ones, and then I just don't use these for ages until we do the podcast. I'm like, oh shit, I need to charge them.
I have do you not have the cable as well though? Like when they run flat, you can just put the cable in.
I do, but like my other ones are just plugged in. I just straight on it after like get the cable out and sort them out.
Yeah.
It's just convenient, and it is like first world problems, but yeah, it's
of
just,
course.
Yeah, but, it's just more convenient, isn't it?
I feel like that needs to be the next thing. I want the wireless monitors as well. You've got those, Ocean, don't you?
Yeah, they're cool.
I just want them for traveling. I don't know when I'd need them, but I just want them there for it.
They're low key a little bit heavy. Like if you pack them in a suitcase, they're gonna take up a bit of weight. That's why I don't always travel with them. If I'm going abroad for 2-3 weeks, then I can't really pack them because it's gonna take too much weight.
Okay.
But if I'm going short distance, then I'll take them.
For the producer link-ups, that's when they'd be perfect.
Yeah,
that'd be perfect.
Definitely.
If we rented an Airbnb.
They sound great. And they're wireless too. They sound great.
How long does the battery last?
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly how long, but it does last quite a while.
Get you through a good session.
Yeah, it'd be nice to not have to unplug all your speakers every time we do a link up, isn't it? Like for some decent speakers.
Yeah,
Bluetooth ones are okay, but they're not like
It's
I don't think
Ideal.
I'm ever unplugging these again, man. The last time, I think it was when we did that Airbnb. It was just so long because everything's just like I've got everything in like cable ties like, under the desk. So when I wanna bring these monitors somewhere, it's like right, let me snap the cable ties, let me undo everything. It's so long to set it all back up.
Trust
So I don't
me.
think I'm ever removing these again. Well, you know,
done
Ocean,
that.
you've moved quite a few times.
I've done that recently. I've got the speakers. I had to use them for something, and now they're just downstairs, and they've been downstairs for 2 weeks. They will
Can't be
eventually
setting
come
them
back
back up.
upstairs, but it's just long.
Yeah.
Every day is like, shall I? Nah, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
Have you been buying anything through the Black Friday period? Spent all the plugins and gears on sale.
I bought one plugin. Actually, no, I bought two. I bought the Waves bundle because my affiliate link ran out, and I
Oh,
just
okay.
needed it. And then I've got this one drum machine. It's called Drummers-On.
Right.
It's a 909 drum machine, and it just sequences patterns and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got so
Is it
far.
any
What
good?
about you? It's good for what I'm making, but I use it more for inspiration than actually using the sounds in there. Just
Okay.
more like bounce ideas and stuff.
Got ya. Yeah, but what did I buy recently? I think I got. You know what? I can't even remember. I managed to get a few like NFR licenses because I was doing a video on Black, and there was a couple that I wanted to include. I think my camera's just gone, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But have you ever used like stuff from Sonoscore or Heaviosity? Let me just refresh
Nah,
the
never
page.
even heard of that.
Sonoscore. I think
Is
I've
that
used
for
Sonoscore.
scoring movies and stuff?
Yeah, kind of. They do like they're good for they're good for like contact bands and stuff. I think they have like like strings and orchestral stuff. But see, I'd say probably like a lot of people have them for scoring movies and stuff, but
Yeah.
like they're really good for for cooking up with as well.
What did you grab? Or did you grab anything? Because last time we were
Nothing, man.
saying we weren't really gonna grab anything.
Yeah, I got. Well, actually,
Sorry, man.
I technically bought something. I got. I rebought Shaper Box because the fucking license was. I've had issues with it for ages, and then I just checked the website the other day. I was like, can I just re-download the license? And I couldn't, but it said you own like half of it. If you pay like $20, you can just get the upgrade to the latest version. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just do that. So that's probably the only thing I've bought. Just a plugin that I already had, basically.
Yeah, likewise with Waves.
yeah.
With
But,
Waves, do you
nothing
not
really.
do you not have the ultimate thing? I forgot what it's
Yeah.
called, but you can pay monthly carrier to get everything.
So now that's what I've done. But before I had it for free, they sent me it like what do you call it? The license. But it
NFR.
expires every 3 months, so every 3 months I have to hit up the guy like, can you do it again?
Oh yeah,
But
I
this
had that
time
as
I
well.
just couldn't. I didn't want to wait. I needed it because all my stuff use Waves, and then as soon as you open up the project and you have demos, things just
Yeah.
cut out. It sounds weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's annoying. I had the same
Yeah.
problem with Slate as well. They set me up with like they're the same thing, subscription, and then it expired after like 6 or 12
Bro,
months.
it's so annoying
And then-
with Slate because all the plugins still pop up and tell you it's
Yeah.
expired, and it
Oh,
never
yeah.
stops.
Yeah, so irritating.
then I found
not
with the
used-
Slate ones, every time you like scan in for new plugins, if those
Yeah.
ones are expired, you have to go through like every one that pops up. I just got
Yeah,
rid of
so
Slate
cancel,
after a
cancel,
while.
Cancel. Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
annoying.
yeah.
Yeah,
I had to cancel it. They do have
Yeah.
some nice plugins though, I can't lie, but I didn't find myself using them loads. So not using them at the moment. But I do pay for Waves just because I had that same problem. And then
yeah.
also if you buy the Waves plugins, I found it was quite annoying that you had to pay to update them. You know when they released updates? I think you get like
Okay.
free updates for like a year when you buy something. But then after that you start having to like pay for all the updates and everything. So you end up spending a lot of money if you're trying to keep up with like the latest versions. If you're not bothered about that, then you don't have to. But
I was
just
gonna say,
like,
do
right,
they still work? They still work if you don't update them.
they still work. It's just the older version, I think. It was something like that. It was like, yeah, you get free updates for a little bit, but then I was buying some, and then when it came to the time when I was getting an email saying, oh, you need to pay like this much to upgrade everything. I'm like, what? Like I've already bought everything. So
Yeah, that's
It kind
annoying.
of forced me to just get the monthly deal and just pay
Yeah, it
for
just
it.
makes
But you do
sense at
get a
that
lot
point.
with it.
Yeah, I guess like the subscription stuff's a good shout if you've got like a vast amount of plugins to offer, like Waves
Yeah,
or Slate and places like that. And I guess like all the plugins, or like a good amount of them, puts pressure on them to actually put out good plugins.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's tricky with the subscription stuff.
What
I feel like you
about
can get quite
outside of
deep.
VSTs, plugins, music stuff? Are you looking to buy anything on Black Friday?
1 second.
Or no, not really, man. Like, not really. Nothing's really. I don't know. I don't really need anything at the minute. How
Mm.
about you?
No, I'm not gonna buy anything, but I have been looking at coffee machines and looking at like
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
kitchen appliances.
I'll
Like
chat to you about coffee machines.
man, there's a couple that
Jay
look
knows all the
good,
specs.
and there was
Yeah,
another thing. Have you heard of the Ninja Creamy?
sounds a bit
Sounds
sus to be
sus,
honest.
Okay,
Oh man,
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I went down a rabbit hole of kitchen appliances for no reason whatsoever. But I saw
kitchen
this thing.
appliances.
Just getting to his 30s, man.
This Ninja Creamy, yeah, you can make ice cream, but really easily, almost as if you're making a smoothie. So you can make like protein ice cream and all that kind of shit, and make it really like low calorie. Yeah, I went down a weird rabbit
That's
hole,
pretty
man.
sick.
Yeah, that's so good. It's only 180 quid
Cut.
as well. It's pretty good.
Mm.
It's not too bad.
Can't lie, I do like a good kitchen appliance.
Trust me.
Especially the coffee machine, man. Coffee machine was the
Yeah.
best purchase
What coffee
ever for
machine
the
do you have?
kitchen. It's a Sage one. Um, what's it called? Sage.
And it's auto.
Sage Barista.
So you put it's a bean to cup one, so you put beans in the top, but it's simple to use. So you put beans in the top, then it's got, I forgot what they're called, like the little handles that you see in like the coffee shops. So that's already in there. So the beans just stay in there. As soon as you buy like a new bag of beans, you can just put the whole bag in there. Turn the coffee machine on. You press one button and it grinds it for you. And then it's got a little lever on the side that tamps it for you. So when you see people having to like manually tamp it, where they'll kind of like push it down with something, this just
Yeah.
kind of does it for you, and and it's got like an indicator that will tell you if it's at the perfect level. It grinds out like the perfect amount, so you rarely have to change anything. Then you just take it and put it in the other slot, and then push the button for espresso. So it's really simple, but because it's bean to cup, you can just, you get like, that's it. Bean to cup. It's on sale right now for $649. So it's quite a lot to spend on a coffee machine, but it was.
Yeah, they get pricey. I was looking at them, and some of the good ones
Some
are
like
really pricey.
Yeah.
2 grand, 3.
I'll drop it in the chat. Yeah, this was Sage, the Barista Express Impress or something. It's got like a milk steamer and everything. But yeah, man, best purchase ever. It's expensive, obviously, but it was when
It'll
we
last
moved
you.
house. It's like a little treat
Yeah.
to ourselves. And yeah, it will last us.
And I guess versus going Starbucks, you'll save a lot more.
Yeah,
That's the
and
only
this
thing
is
that
way nicer.
that's the only reason why I'm not gonna buy coffee, because where I live, there's so many independent, really good coffee shops, and they're
Yeah.
all very cheap.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can get a latte for like £1.80 or Americano for like £1.30, let's say, but it tastes absolutely banging, way better than Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best ones. Just always
Definitely.
it's just Starbucks is just everywhere, isn't it? So sometimes you don't have a choice, but notice like when you have like your own coffee beans, or you go to nice independent stores, and then you go to like Starbucks, you do notice how shit the big ones are compared to the nice independent ones.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying with plugins, I bought I got my hands on some more Heaviosity stuff. They make some really nice, like, I guess that's sort of similar to Sonoscore. So Heaviosity do Vocalize 2. That's like the plugin that we all use for like those drill vocal phrases. So they hooked me up with Vocalize 3. And then Heaviosity, that was Heaviosity, and it's Sonoscore. They do really nice like phrase banks for like vocals, violins, and then they do the Orchestra Essentials and the Orchestra Complete. Like the Orchestra Complete, that's just like a huge orchestral bank. So anything you need, like like strings, any type of strings, woodwind. It's just got everything in there, horns. So they're like really nice stuff. So I wanted to show people those in the video. Then when I did that mixing course with the engineer, he uses the method from Jason Joshua, the
Okay.
big engineer that works on like everyone's tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certain plugins that he uses, so I wanted to get my hands on some of those because I've been mixing. Well, I mixed that one track, but I'm going to be working on a few vocals soon, just with some tracks that I'm releasing with artists. And I just wanted to step up my mixing a bit, so I got my hands on some plugins that he uses, like Soothe 2. It's also this certain type of compressor that he uses. Just a few things for like mixing vocals.
Mm. Yeah, what was that plugin? I literally watched a video from him yesterday of him using
Who,
What,
Jason
God
Joshua?
Particle?
Jason Joshua. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I bought actually. I bought the God Particle and
yeah, that
Orion.
was it. Yeah, yeah. That looks
Yeah, he's
sick.
got
I
his
need to,
other
I'm
one,
gonna have to get
Orion.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get
I
that.
haven't really learned Orion yet. I think that's more for a drum bus. So when my guy did the mixing course, there was like a chain of plugins he uses for the drum
Called
bus.
Orion, did you say?
Yeah, Orion.
And
I
that's
think they're
for
both on
drums.
sale for Black Friday. I think so. I think it's a drum bus. So it kind of replaces his old like drum bus chain. So instead of using like 3 different plugins, he just uses Orion.
Just what? It's just one plugin.
I think it
Oh,
has.
Oh, okay.
I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Orion.
I just haven't. I bought it because it was the Black Friday deal, but I haven't.
Yeah, no, this is the
used
one
it
I
yet.
saw him using. This is the one I saw him
Orion.
using. Yeah, and he showed like the before and after. He put it on like a snare and a kick bus, and he played it before
I
and
need to
after, and
check
it
that
sounded
out.
insane.
I've been using the Spirit by Cradle. The
Oh
Spirit
yeah.
I use a lot. I use that very heavy actually because it just allows you to shape your space a bit better.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. Let me see. Yeah, it seems like Cradle have got some good stuff, but maybe it's because Jason Joshua works with them.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
working with. Do you remember Frank Dukes?
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
Sick. Might have to
How have
check
your
that out too.
guys' Black Friday sales been going?
Yeah, pretty well, man. I think pretty well. I haven't like looked at everything yet just to see the final figure because we're still going, but yeah, it's going pretty well so far. I'm running like a few Facebook ads as well. I kind of slacked with Facebook ads. I'm just running I'm only running like 2 different ad sets, just like a video of me talking. But I should you should always test at least like 3 to 5 different ones. So yeah, I'm just running like a few against like my own audience because it's just me talking. So hopefully people just kind of recognize the face if it's people that are already on my list. So that's helping like a little bit. But yeah, so far so good, I think. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I've not really pushed it as much as have in other years. Just because I've kind of been on with other stuff. But yeah, it's been going all right. Just dropped I did like a lot of discounts and stuff. Sent a few emails, and it's going okay. Yeah, not amazing, but it's okay. Yeah. How about you, Ocean?
Not I haven't been pushing it super hard either. I also think because I haven't dropped something in such a long time,
Yeah.
pretty much everyone who's gonna buy my kit has probably bought what I've got already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, I definitely want to drop a kit. I've been thinking about it more and more because the kind of kit I want to make, there isn't really one like it already.
Right.
But
Can you talk on it
Yeah.
yet? Are you gonna save
yeah, I
it for
can
now?
talk on it. I think it's going to be definitely a lot more electronica inspired. I've got all the MIDIs already, pretty much, because I've been working on that. So I've got that to the
Yeah.
side. I've got a few Serum presets that I use. I've actually got a few drum sounds as well because a lot of the times, as I'm making my stuff, I might need to kind of shape and make sounds that I can't find anywhere for some reason, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I've got the foundation for it, but I think it's going to be called Moods. And the concept is create music with feeling. So instead of it
Right.
being defined by a genre, like, oh, let's make trap, let's make drill, let's chase a feeling, let's make something emotional, or let's make something euphoric. and it's all kind of structured around that.
Yeah,
I like that. It's a different approach.
yeah, sounds good, man.
So I've put the building blocks together, but it still needs a lot of work and it's going to take time.
Have you got not a release date, but just a month that you're hoping to drop it?
Ideally within the next 3 months, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that. I need it to sound proper though. That's the thing. Like it sounds it's good with the sounds that I got already,
Yeah.
but I want it to be my go-to because at the moment I'm still like all over the place finding sounds, and I don't like that because it slows down my workflow. I want this to be like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
And I
sense.
feel that'll take time.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well then, man. It's a different approach, so I'm sure it will.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come to you for some launch advice because I'm a granddad in this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, man. Whatever you need.
Is it like
I don't know what the...
Go on, Jay, sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't know what the next launch will be for me either, to be honest. I haven't been working on any kits at the moment. Just that free course. I kind of wanted to take a break from doing kits for a minute. It was getting a bit
I remember
draining.
you saying,
Yeah.
because you've done a few big bundles this year, right? 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, mine was to like do one every quarter, and I think I did. Did I do the Boom Bap one this year? I think Boom Bap was this year. Planet Drill might have been at the start, and the trap one. So there might have been 3 bundles, and then it was just for the last quarter of the year. Let me focus a bit more on the Creators Club, spend a bit more time in there, and also do this free course as well. So I also need something to focus on. I just wanted to switch up the focus a little bit and actually just spend a bit more time making music, getting better at that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I need to record that short as well. I seen you tagged us, listening to music from back in 2016 all the way to now. That's on my list. I'll try to get that done today.
I actually, shout out to some random chick. I saw a random girl producer did it, and I thought it was a cool idea. I felt like every producer should just do it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. God, man, going back through some of your old beats, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, I tried to find some really old ones, but I couldn't get. I had them on SoundCloud years ago, but for some reason they're just not there anymore. But yeah, not the best.
I'll have some bad ones to play. That'll be funny from like years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just struggling to find them because when I switched hard drives, I took everything from the old one to the new one, and then it fucked up the date. I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but so for example, if I made something in like 2012, and then I dragged it to a hard drive, it will say date created, and then it's whatever date I moved it to the hard drive.
Oh,
it will say like date modified and date created, but just with the date I moved it, so it looks like everything was made a couple of years ago, but it was actually way back. So I need to figure that out and just try to find the right folder.
Yeah, that's annoying. Just
What's
trying to
funny
go back
about that video as well is that when you go through your beats, I don't know if this happened to you, LB, but you could definitely tell like the era you was in.
Yeah.
Like some beats definitely sound very 2020 drill when I was playing back some of my stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Some stuff I play like a 2016 beat. It sounded alright, and then I'd go to like 2019. I was going through some beats, and some of them were like awful, like just way too many sounds, and like 808 was way too loud. Like the mixing was just shocking. I think you just kind of, I don't know, maybe I got like complacent after making beats for so many years. You just kind of quick level, slam it into the soft clipper, export it, and it just sounds like shit. So yeah, kind of went through phases of being like actually putting out good beats and then shit beats.
It's funny, like at the time as well, we think our beats are amazing. Like I know even like good like maybe like 4 years ago or something, I'd be listening to some of my beats and I thought they were the shit. I was like, why are my beats not getting like crazy amount of views? And then I'll listen to them now. I know exactly why they weren't getting views. Like these beats were terrible. But then maybe in another 5 years we'll look back. I don't know, because I was gonna say you look back to this point, but I feel like we've been doing it long enough now to be making decent beats. I think when you first start making beats as well, obviously you improve like quite quickly, don't you? If you're making beats like a lot anyway, but then once you get to a certain level, you don't like improve at the same amount.
Yeah.
Like us in 5 years, we're not going to improve the same amount as we did from when we started to 5 years after
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
very minimal now. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But
interesting.
it's
Man.
But yeah, it's
always
just
going
it's
to be
just in
like
the
that
moment when you're
moving.
making beats.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, 100%. I was going to say it's always that moving target though, because even looking back to beats as close as 2022, I thought they were sick at the time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and clearly did like people who chose them and that. But they sound to me like there's always something, mainly with the mix, not so much the idea, but it's always just the mix for
Yeah.
me, like how it sounds, the way it
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Sonics on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sound selection.
Yeah,
Nah,
definitely.
What have you been
Interesting.
making mostly recently? I'll be still trap.
Yeah, it's more like less 808 stuff, more smoother, like melodic. I wouldn't even call it trap anymore. It's more just like I don't even know, like gunner, like modern gunner style, like bass guitar, nice kick, nice clean snares, and
Yeah.
like nice guitars and like pianos, like lush chords and stuff like that. Kind of like hip hoppy R&B kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the main stuff I've been doing really. Haven't really had time to do anything else at the minute. How about you?
Yeah. A few different things, man. I go through phases. Like I've just been wanting to make a few different styles recently. I've been making a few beats that sort of have like a drill influence, like dark chords, but then a dancehall bounce. And then I've also been doing like early 2000s beats and some just like hip hop, like sort of boom bappy beats, but not like old school boom bap, just sort of like a modern hip hop. So like still like live drum sounds, but just not as old sounding, if you know what I mean.
Mm. Yeah,
So yeah,
sounds
just
nice, man.
experimenting with a few different things.
Yeah, nice, man.
Still
about you,
trying to
Ocean?
figure out what my sound is.
Yeah, yeah, I hear
I
that.
hear that. I feel like I'm starting to finally stumble across my sound now.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
very ravey, it's very euphoric,
Mm.
but
hmm
I'm still every time I'm still just like trying to get that 1% better in every single track.
Yeah.
But
Have you
they're all
noticed yourself
sounding
improving
cohesive.
loads in that genre? Because
Yeah,
obviously you were.
definitely. From
Yeah.
the first track that I made, let's say a year or 6 months ago. But again, it's more so the mixing and the sonics rather than the
Right.
idea. The ideas weren't bad before, but it's just the way how it feels or sounds.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also understand it. Like I don't know why I didn't think of this, but I needed to understand better why would the DJ play this song and not this one. And a
Yeah.
lot of the times it's just arrangement. Like I didn't even know before. Okay, you can't put too much melody in the first bit because they need to mix that
Mhm.
first bit. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. A lot of learning, but I feel like every track is just like better and better and better for sure.
So I bet when you
So-
first tapped into that genre, you were going with a beat making mentality.
Oh yeah,
I bet
100%.
where it's
Everything
like,
was like 2-3 minutes.
yeah.
yeah,
Drops
And now
were
it's
very
like
quick.
right now you're at song
it's like-
mentality where you'd actually need to construct a full song in
Yeah,
a way.
man. 4 to 6 minutes, long build ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's different, but it's cool.
Mm. Are you taking in like different content nowadays than like if it's more like tutorials on like EDM
Yeah,
stuff,
but
house stuff?
You know what? There isn't that many. You know, like in our lane, there's so many people now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's so many different styles. But I feel like with electronic music, for the kind that I make, there's only one guy. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy called Julian Earl. There's like 100K
No, I don't
think so.
subscribers. But outside of him, no one else is making that kind of music. If
You
you
haven't
want
done
to,
courses or anything? 'Cause
yeah,
sometimes
there's
people
so
get hit
many
up.
courses.
Right.
Everyone sells shit for sure.
Yeah, I was
That's a
gonna
big
say.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's more
Maybe
it's
because of
that
the lane you're
side
in,
is-
it's like that's where people are traveling a lot, DJing and producing. So not everyone's at home making content.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And the content in terms of like the electronic stuff is just a lot more like commercial stuff, like how house that's more commercial or drum and bass that's more commercial.
Yeah.
The techno that you probably could hear on the radio, but not that much underground, which is understandable. It's probably too
Yeah,
niche.
it's quite
Even
niche.
Julian L, He doesn't get much views. He probably hits like 1 or 2K per video.
Right.
But his videos are very, very helpful, and like he's the go-to guy. I know he's killing it. He must be killing it with sample packs and stuff.
Yeah, because there's no one else doing it.
Could be a whole nother lane for you to fill, like a whole nother niche. Almost like Jay with drill, just like that wide open in the Monopoly. You could come and tap into that if you wanted to. I guess it's like
no, I think I'll let someone else take the space.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you think over time you'll want to step away from content?
Nah, I want to step more into content. I got to be honest with you, but I want to do it in a different way.
Yeah, maybe I meant like less. Not that you're doing tutorials, but yeah, I guess just a different approach. Because I didn't know with like DJing, you'd want to like focus more on just like live performances and actually making music rather than videos.
But I want an Ibrahim or someone to just film that all for me and it be hands off again. That's when it becomes frictionless and more just documenting and telling stories rather than here's my screen. Like every now and again, do that.
Yeah.
But let's show the story of how I went from making this track and now I'm playing it in Vietnam to 100 people or some shit like that. You know?
Yeah, I like that. I think that's more like it's more like digestible for more people. It's almost like when you see like I think Chucky does some stuff like that where he's kind of just vibing in the studio. It's just dead nonchalant. You don't even see a screen really. You just see the screen of what's been filmed. You don't see like a screen recording.
Yeah,
it's just like that making content as well now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's back on it. I think he's uploading type beats again. So I think he's cooking up for that and then like filming at the same time.
Nice.
So yeah, that's good.
What were you gonna say, Ocean?
Yeah, I was just gonna say those were kind of our favorite kind of videos when we first kind of got into it. Just watching people cook up and have fun without the screen and that.
They're the best to film as well.
Yeah,
like when you've got a studio session and someone can just film you cooking up, you don't have to think about explaining everything you're doing. You're just cooking up. It's just like the best.
Don't even need to screen records. Like CPU's good. Yeah, it's good, man. I have to get back into that.
Sure.
Definitely. Yeah, I guess it's just like I think it works if you've got like the lifestyle. So like say Ocean, if you're like traveling and doing tours and doing sets and stuff, it's going to be sick content to watch. It's not going to be as good if like it's just us like on my own in a room just cooking it by myself. But it's definitely
there's a few DJs that do it and I literally watch all of them because it's just fun to watch. Do you know what I mean? It's an adventure.
Yeah.
You can take people with you. So that's the long term view anyway. Kind of transition into that.
I've never even done a day in the life video just because I think my day in my life is just so boring. But
those are the most fun to make, but only if you live in like
the lifestyle.
Good day in the life. Yeah, not when you're just at home.
We all had the same day in the lives as well. Exactly, like we all, everyone just gets up, we go gym, come back, eat. We do like a bit of checking emails or checking YouTube or something, and then get to cooking up, filming.
Yeah,
it's like everyone's got the same process.
You literally just said the day right there.
Yeah.
Short video. Yeah,
I'll definitely do it at some point. Maybe in the new year.
Yeah, it's a good time to do it. Yeah, it's tricky, man. I have to wait till we get in crazy sessions with like Skepta and stuff like that. I gotta go to a session with Skepta, do that, and then got a show to go to.
If you're a producer doing sessions like that, I feel like that's perfect type of content to make because there's not a lot out there. But maybe people find it tricky because not a lot of artists are comfortable like sharing their music before it's released.
Definitely. I don't think a lot of artists enjoy that.
Nah.
Unless it's like a Kenny Beats format, where it's intentional. Like they're there to be on camera.
Yeah. I feel like they're definitely missing a trick at Signature. Like they've got so much capacity to do that.
Yeah.
Just got artists they're in there all the time. So it's like, should sign some kind of disclaimer like you're going to be filmed the whole time for content.
Did you see the Chip video, Ocean? His Grime Scene Saviors one. I thought you'd like that one.
No.
I saw that. That was good.
It's pretty sick, man. It's got everyone in there, like D-Double,
is this the one with
Skepta.
that produced.
Oh, did he produce it? I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if it says.
Maybe I seen it.
Let me see if there's a tag in the beginning. Yeah, I'm not sure who produced it. It's just got everyone in. It's called Grime
Oh
Scene
no,
Saviors.
I didn't see this. It's just new.
Watch it. It's just got all the old heads in it, man. It just
Yeah.
takes you back.
Yeah, I'll check this out.
Yeah, it does look. It is sick. Man, I watched it last night. It was pretty banging.
Do you think Grime could make a comeback?
Maybe.
Don't know. I thought that the chill kind of grime that was coming, the grime vocals, but with a new beat underneath it. That was like
Oh,
grime,
like
but
what
just way more
Central
melodic.
C was spitting on when they did that freestyle video.
I think so.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. I thought that was gonna be a resurgence,
Mm.
but I don't know. Things are coming and going so quick. You'd think it's this sound, and then it's just not.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I feel
man.
like we're still lost at the moment in the UK with what
People think
direction
the
to take.
underground scene is gonna be massive, but I don't know.
Hmm.
It hasn't really crossed over into the commercial world really yet.
Yeah, but yeah,
So I feel like it's
nothing's
always been
sticking
like
at the
that.
moment.
Like underground, but I always think there's like going to be the next wave, and it just never comes. Like, same
Until
in
one of them
America.
does, one of them will at some point, but we just don't know. Well, because
But what
everything
is-
starts off somewhat underground, doesn't it? Like drill was underground,
Yeah, that's
so was
true.
grime.
Yeah, but I guess like nothing really stick. I don't know. I feel like the underground is good. Like obviously stuff does pop off.
But that sound has
Um,
been around for a couple of years now, and nothing's really been commercial.
yeah, but like there's always pop. It's always It's always there. There's always rock. It's always in the chart. Do you know what I mean? Like indie rock's always there, but like
Yeah,
hip hop stuff, it always has like a big boom and then it just dies off. I think someone looked at the stats of it, and apparently the hip hop umbrella is down at the minute, like in
Yeah,
terms of
definitely.
streams. Like it's way down compared to what it used to be like. So yeah, it's tricky.
have you listened to Kendrick's new album?
Parts of it. What do you think?
I haven't yet. I haven't actually
No,
heard it
I've
yet.
not
I need
listened
to
to it
listen to it. I keep meaning to put it on in the gym, and then I keep forgetting. And then on the drive home, I'm like, fuck, missed it again. So I've listened to like 2 tracks so far, just on the drives back. But
I haven't even
yeah, I
taken in
need to.
the Kendrick one properly. I mean, sorry, not the Kendrick, the Tyler one.
Oh yeah, I haven't even taken in that either. I think Tyler's sick too. I need to listen to that. So yeah, some new albums we need to check.
Mm.
Maybe the next one we'll be able to give it a proper review.
Mm.
I've been
Seen
tapping into like a
Drake's.
few like newish female artists who are sounding sick.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. Yeah, I've been
I
seeing
was saying
some
this to someone
female
recently.
artists pop up, like Shy
I think
Cartier,
that's the new wave. Mm.
and some
It is.
other new girl that was rapping on some crazy beat. It was like a very ambient, ethereal kind of. Oh yeah, it was a Clams Casino. No, was it Clams Casino did a
Samara
remix to it.
Sin. Have you heard Samara Sin? I think that's how you pronounce the
No.
last name. CYN.
I think the girl I'm thinking of is something like Vienna.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there seems to be like a little wave of female artists.
Mm.
One
Mm.
called Goyo, one called Samara Sin's sick. She had a Colours recently.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another artist called Lexa Gates. Have you heard of her?
Sounds familiar.
Lexa Gates, her voice just sounds like quite like soulful. She's almost got like I want to say almost like an Amy Winehouse like influence, but I think she might be from New York. I'd have to check that.
Wait, is this the one that Scott Storch was talking about?
I don't know. Not the one that he's working with. That was someone
Okay.
else. Oh yeah, she's actually sick. I can't remember her name.
Oh yeah,
but
I've
the
seen
new
this
Scott
Lexa
Storch
Gates
song.
before actually.
Just for something different, man. It's like a completely different vibe. I'm so used to just hearing rappers talking about what they're gonna do to each other. So it's refreshing to hear just some, I don't know, just some nice beats. Nothing like too crazy.
Mm.
Like Samara, since she uses like real nice like hip hop beats, and then with Lexa Gates, similar things. Sort of got like a hip hop influence, a jazz influence, and she can sing and rap. Definitely recommend checking those guys out.
Yeah, I'll take a listen now. You see, Oh yeah, I'm listening to that. Yeah, that's nice, man. Sinner. Just listening to Sinner now.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Did you see Drake? I think Drake's suing
Oh
Sony
yeah,
or
what's that about?
something. Yeah, I think it's something to do with Kendrick. I think something to do with them playing like what's it called? They Not Like Us song. Like
He's
some
basically
radio
saying that they were
stations.
sort of like fudging the figures and using like bots to push the streams. So he's trying to say that they were making it seem like that song's bigger than it is.
Yeah.
But I think regardless if they were using like bots or anything, the song had a huge cultural impact. Everybody knows that
Massive.
song. Like you
Yeah.
can say they're using bots, whatever, but when everyone knows the words to a song, you can't deny that. It just is
Yeah.
what it is, man.
It
That
was a
song comes on
banger.
anywhere. Anyone knows all the names. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyone knows all the words, and everyone's gonna sing along to it.
Man, just
So
the energy. It's such a raw song. Like it's just like it was
yeah,
like the Kendrick everyone's been wanting, and he finally managed to get something. Get
yeah.
something back. Fucking
So
yeah.
I don't know
DJ
how
Mustard
that
smashed it as
case
well.
is gonna go.
Mm,
Oh yeah, he's gone crazy. So
yeah.
we'll see what happens with that Drake case.
Yeah. Maybe he's just a sore loser.
Yeah. Right, bro. Should we wrap up now?
Yeah.
Probably a good time.
Yes.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone for tuning in once again. See you all
Yep,
in the
yep.
next one. Peace.
Peace.